News is brought to you by the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, Cyril B. Ramney Tertola Pier Park, NV Salon, Spa, Nail and Barbershops, the Wellness Center Medical and Behavioral Health Clinics, Tissely Cross, Deliciously Smooth Cider, HOV Medical, and Digicel. Sign up for Digicel Plus Home Light Bundles, faster internet, movies, and sports.
Honorable Turnbull, good day. We see the territory basking in the glory of what our young athlete D'Moi Hodge has been able to accomplish. I recall very vividly, it was during the campaign period on nomination day in specific. As you were out there in the lobby, you were standing there looking at D'Moi's photo and saying something to him while you were there, and then I interrupted. I don't know if you recall that.
I do recall it. I do recall it very vividly, Cathy, because um, it is something that I believe as my mantra is with him. My motto is with him is simply I believe. I believe from time he said that he wants to play basketball when he was getting ready to go into junior college. I told him if he stays committed and he stays disciplined, I believe that he will make it. He will be the first player to make it to the NBA. And seeing him there, seeing his picture there, in the multi-sport purpose bowl complex at home and on nomination day when I was again putting myself up to be elected yet again by the people of the second district, it just brought me a sense of nostalgia because I was seeing him on a big stage where we were recognizing him in the BVI, but more importantly, I saw him in the lights, and now he is signed to the Los Angeles Lakers, realizing his dream, helping people in the BVI to know the young people in the BVI, which is where he gets his motivation to understand that it is not impossible once you believe, once you stay committed. And Denzel Washington says it best, without commitment, you will never finish. Or consistency, you'll never finish. And he's been consistent. He's been disciplined. He's been a well-mannered young man. He's been hardworking. I want to pick up again as I continue to do his cousin and big brother, uncle, father, whatever you want to call him, Halstead, J.R. Sugarton, and all the people, Coach Gates, who fell in love with him and journeyed with him, his mom, his grandmother, his parents, his father, Kuku, the entire King Garden Bay family, the entire BVI family, second district community. We are entirely and immensely proud of this young man. And it just goes to show, because even when you saw what happened on draft night, I watched the entire thing from start to finish. You still had this sense of, there's something else, because it cannot be that this young man has put in all this work. He's been recognized on the world stage. He's big. The ESPN highlights. He's been recognized and talked about that was going to be the end. So I am proud that even when it looks like they're not going to make it, God provides a way, and there's always a door at the end of that dark tunnel, which represents hope. So I am proud of D'Moi. I want to say to him, just keep pushing and walking in destiny, and you will make not only yourself proud, but you will make the BVI proud, because you have everything to prove to yourself. And all that I want him to do is continue to live out his dream and continue to make an example and be an example for the young people that look up to him, the young people that see that this is somebody that I played basketball with in King Island, in country, in Postle, and in this league in St. Thomas, and this league in Puerto Rico, and Seagulls Bay, and know that this man here now represents the BVI on the world stage with the Los Angeles Lakers, with the greatest player right now who's playing the game, LeBron James. So, D'Moi, I say to you, on behalf of your second district community, as your representative, I love you, I respect you. Keep pushing. The whole BVI got your back. And the first game, I will be there.
Have you been able to speak with him since that night?
We messaged back and forth since that night, and he just told me all he says now is "I got you," because my words to him is not anything other than encouragement just keep pushing. And all he responds is, I got you. Even when he did the live, I said, I believe. And he said, I got you. So I know he's going to be in a busy time. I know when he's in work mode, it's just work mode. So we'll catch up eventually and talk on the phone. But I am immensely proud of this young man. We had the interview on the big story when we got home when he was a bit
Yes.
nervous, Cathy. And you just see the growth. You just see the discipline and determination that young man had. And it's a dream realized for him, but I think it's a dream realized for all of us that, we continue to put our faith in God, put our trust and develop our athletes, not just D'Moi Hodge, D'Moi Hodge, and all the other athletes that have been shining. Let us invest in our young people while we have the chance. Let us spend our money wisely. Let us give them their opportunity to shine and put us where we need to be on the world stage. So again, Cathy, I'm grateful to you for even giving me this opportunity, and I know you've been covering him and covering his family and covering his mother and all the things that she's been able to go through. But I want to say to you and the entire JTV family and the entire Virginized family, we are stronger together. When we put aside our differences, when we understand that strength is in unity, the BVI becomes an unstoppable force. And our young people are showing us that once they are willing to commit to doing it, all we have to do is support them and ride the train with them.
Awesome. While we talk about how we spend our monies wisely, one of the things that we continue to hear is that call from all sectors for government and the private sector as well to pump more into our athletes because they are great potentials. And we like to say this small territory among the biggers of the world. But what you think it can be done more from these levels to ensure that our aspiring athletes and those who are already out there get the kind of financial and other support that is needed to get them to the top?
I think the powers that be, both specifically and most prevalent, the government has to take an active step and deciding where their priorities are, where they want to go, what they want to see achieved, and not try to recreate the wheel. You have persons, if I go into the track and field arena, you have persons, God rest his soul, you have persons like the late, great Dak Samuels, you have Coach Potter, you have Steve Augustine, you have Mrs. Malone, you have all the other coaches that are there in different clubs that are there, Lindell, Chef Hart, and their teams. So you have people that have been there. You have Olympians in Dion Crab. You have Olympians in Chef Hart. You have Olympians in Ashley Kelly that have been through it. Steve Augustine as well. You have them who understand what it takes, who understand what it is. So all we have to do is zone in and listen to them and give them the resources that they need in a structured manner. On the basketball arena, now you have people like Leslie Smith and Kennedy Bass and Jason Edward and J.R. Shivington and now D'Moi Hodge. You already have the quote unquote the playbook of what is going to do. You have Coach Gage, who's now an A1 coach coming to the BVI and doing recruiting. We have the playbook. We have the blueprint, so to call it. Let's not try to recreate it. Let's just follow that Nemo stream and put our investments and our money where our mouth is, not just on one hit and one hit, not when an athlete like Deja Hodge is already striving and already achieving. Let us invest in the young people now who are on that track, who are on that court, who are achieving their goals, who are even those who are struggling but are good in sports. Let's do the investment now so that when they get to the point, we can all say, this is what we're doing. Look at countries like Jamaica. Look at countries like Trinidad. Look at countries like Guyana and some of the others. They invest in them from a young age, and that's what we need to do. We need to take care of our young people now, so that when they get to where they want to go, they will remember that their country, their island, their team, their people were behind them, and most importantly, when they stand and represent that flag, we will all have not just a sense of pride, but we will have a sense of belonging that we invested and we are part of the success, not after the fact.
Okay, Honorable Turnbull, what do you say to that young aspiring athlete whose family or parents does not have the wherewithal to push them beyond the shores of the British Virgin Islands? What do you say to that young aspiring athlete who feels a little daunted?
I would say to that athlete, look at success stories. Look at D'Moi Hodge. Look at Deja Hodge. Look at Kyron McMaster. Look at the examples that have been set on the world stages. Go into history, study, but more so focus on you. Don't look at your circumstances because circumstances change. Circumstances and situations change. What will not change? What will not change is your drive, is your hunger for what you want to achieve. So keep believing, keep aspiring, because the very word impossible, if you break it down, if you put apostrophe between that I and the M, that impossible says I'm possible. And I want to say to every young person, every young boy, every young girl, every young professional, whether it's sports and business or whatever the case may be, remember that impossible says I'm possible. And I believe that you're possible because the BVI is the best place. It's a place that we are thriving, and it's a place that we will once again rise to the top. So I want to say, young people, I believe in you. Keep going, keep thriving, keep believing in yourselves, and you wouldn't make it no matter what.
We know that where you choose to bank matters, and it is your vote on what your funds do in strengthening our community. As your official Bank of Paradise, we invest and support the lifeblood of our economy by helping in the realization of personal goals for homeownership, education, and entrepreneurial visions, which support small businesses. We make it our place to connect with persons and worthy causes, and we have been doing so for more than 30 years. Where your money goes and what your dollars empower are your choice. And we thank you for choosing us, a bank that gives where it matters the most, for you, for our community, and a happier tomorrow. The National Bank of the Virgin Islands.
Everyone looks to the future, but no one truly knows what the future holds.
The number of people under the age of 20 with type 2 diabetes could increase by 49% by 2050. Let it be known that we all have a 30% chance of developing hypertension.
Globally, more than 300 million people of all ages suffer from depression.
More than 60,000 young adults aged 20 to 39 are diagnosed with cancer each year. Obesity leads to problems such as stroke, heart disease, and kidney failure.
No matter your race, age, or color, we are all at risk.
These diseases can be managed or prevented if caught early.
But with the right medicine and the right doctors to keep us on a path to live a robust and healthy life,
we will live well.
Opiate. Hi, I'm Cowboy, and I'm running for president of Stake. Thank you. And I will meet your needs. Some bathrooms are so expensive to build, they come with security. But at Staycation Butchers, our meats are affordable. People always ask me, Cowboy, where does your salmon come from? Well, our salmon comes from the water. I vote for Cowboy as a vote for quality, integrity, and consistency. So come into Staycation Butchers and cast your vote for me, your next president of Steak. Alexandra Durant approves this message.
No, I don't.